Okay, I want to do some new things. Now, I still purchase DVDs, so I wanted to go over some of the DVDs that I purchased recently and films that I've watched from those DVDs. And what I have here in my hand now is a film called Pretty Devils. Now, my webcam shows everything backwards, so but you can see that here, Pretty Devils. And this is a film starring Audrey Tautou. Audrey Tautou right here. And this is directly related to um, the star power that she gained from the film Amelie. That film came out in 2001. This particular film came out in 99. And one of the things that happened is that her star power became so large because of the international success of Amelie. A lot of the films around that time that she made prior to that blockbuster were released. And this is one of them. Although this is kind of one of the films that she did that's not really circulated that much. I mean, I you rarely even see this online. You may occasionally see the trailer, and that's kind of sometimes difficult to find. But I had this on a list for a while now, and I finally purchased it, and I viewed it today, and it's a strange, unusual film. The It's a really bare bones DVD. There's no extras, no nothing. The only thing they have on here that's extra is the trailer, and that's like it. There's like nothing else on here. But the film is a like a kind of a branch story here. You have the older sister and the younger sister, and they're doing this kind of weird Chris Hansen, the Catch a Predator type thing, where the younger sister pretends to hook up with. They target young men, guys in like their late teens, early 20s, and as she meets up with them, then the older sister shows up, and she starts ranting. Don't you know that she's underage? They pull out a law book and start reading. It's really kind of halfway ridiculous, and it's all kind of a blackmail type thing. That it's a ruse to try to get money from these guys. And then you also have the storyline with Audrey Tautou, where she was involved with an older guy. Her character in the film is like 19. Uh, but the older guy is considered a fling, but she really took the relationship to heart. And now she's become suicidal because the guy doesn't really consider her a major love interest. So, I mean, it's kind of heavy, the story, but the film itself is not particularly well made. At best, I would give it a 6 out of a 10. I would give it a 6, maybe a 5. But you may want to see it just to see Audrey Tautou on screen. She, is probably the most famous French actress right now internationally. And I've seen a lot of her films. And the funny thing is, I don't really like her films that much. I've seen most of her films, I think, because I'm physically attracted to her. So a lot of the films I've tracked down, I've probably seen about 4 movies of hers in the theaters, 4 or so. Um, and So but it's more due to the physical attraction than the actual films. The films that I've liked of hers, um, you know, are English language films, which is strange, considering she's a French language actress for the most part. I kind of like Da Vinci Code. I watched that a lot. I used to have a copy of it, and Dirty Pretty Things, 2 English language films. But those are probably my favorite of the films that she's made. Uh, Other films of hers I've seen in the theater. I've seen Happenstance in the theater. Dirty Pretty Things I saw in the theater. Amelie, if I talked about. Amelie's kind of strange. I actually saw it in the theater twice. The first time I saw it because of the buzz and it was only okay. And then the second time, I just wanted to see a film and there was nothing else new. And so I went to see it a second time. So they got my money twice. But yeah, so if you are a fan of Audrey Tattoo, you may want to just track it down just to see it. But if you don't, you're not missing much.